Hello and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got the Maono Wireless Wave T5 microphone. Well, microphones, because you get two in the box. So we're going to start with the unboxing as usual, and let's see what's inside. Spoiler alert, there is a lot inside. So we've got the QR code for the app we can download to have additional functions. We do have some stickers as well from Maono, if you'd like to use these. We've got a nice pouch for our microphones. We then have a lanyard with magnets, again, for our microphones. A Type A to Type C charging cable to charge the case that holds the microphones. Then, we don't need that. We also have a user manual in 3 languages, if I remember correctly: English, German, and I believe Chinese, definitely Chinese. And then also a list of things we have in the box, in the pouch. So we also have a filter, well, 2 of those, because we have 2 microphones. So when it's loud, for example, or very windy, it's recommended to use one of these. We have a Type-C to Type-C cable for our wireless remote. We've got the 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter jack to connect the microphones to the camera, because you use them mainly with a phone or a tablet, but you can connect it to a camera as well. Then we've got 2 receivers, one with a lightning connector. But what I do like about the receiver itself is that it's got this extra bit of space if you've got a thick case. And then we've got a Type-C connector as well. So we've got a Type-C receiver, just in case you've got one of the new iPhones 15 or 16 or an Android device from the past 15 years, which has been using a Type-C. And then we also have these attachments for the microphones. So you've got a magnet on the microphone itself, but then you also have these clips that you can use if you have, for example, a collared shirt. Then we've got the actual case that houses the microphones, 4 lights showing the charge, and then the charging port on the back itself. Quite hefty case, but decent enough as well. And then we've got this wireless camera receiver. So this, if you're not using the microphones with your phone, but with a camera, for example, this is what you use. I'm going to go in a bit more detail in a second. And then we've got the microphone, like I said, with a magnet. If you don't have a collar on your shirt, again, I'm going to show you how to attach that, or you can use the supplied clip as well if you do have a buttoned shirt or a collar or something like that. It's quite a sturdy magnet as well, so yeah, works really well. So that's one of the 2 microphones, and let's focus a bit more on it. So we've got the mic off button over here, which also doubles up as a camera shutter. We also have the AI and power button. So the AI button changes the AI suppression. We've got a charging connector and the actual microphone. So you want this pointing towards, like the logo on the actual microphone, facing upwards. Then we've got this receiver. So like I said, you connect Type-C cable to the receiver if you connect it, for example, to your phone separately, or to a camera that has a Type-C. If your camera doesn't have a Type-C, it must have a 3.5 millimeter jack. Then you can use the supplied cable as well. And this is where you actually plug in the other end of the 3.5 millimeter jack. So yeah, it works pretty decent, pretty well. And this is the dial that you can turn left or right to increase or decrease the mic gain as well, which you can also do within the app itself. So moving on to the app, this allows you to adjust various settings of your microphones, but also allows you to update the software of the microphones, which is quite important, as you will see in a second. So we've got a microphone gain, which we can adjust to our own liking. We can also change the noise reduction. So we've got a noise reduction, slight, moderate or strong, or custom as well. So if you tap custom, again, you can adjust the noise reduction to your liking. You can change the sound coloration, so you can enhance your voice, make it a bit more warm and so on. And then phone speaker output, really good. So when you've got your headphones connected, you can still hear how your recording sounds through the speaker of your phone. You can also mute your microphone in the top right corner. If you don't want to press the button, you can do so within the app itself. So the app itself does work really well. Now, when it comes to connecting, well, attaching the microphones, like I did say, if you've got a buttoned or collared shirt, you can use a clip. So you use one of the clips and then you just attach your microphone and that's it, all done, voila, nice and discreet when connected to your shirt or a collar. Obviously you can twist it around as well if you want to. Just make sure the microphone is pointing upwards, and if you don't, if you've got just a normal basic t-shirt, you can use the supplied magnet, and again, pretty nice, sturdy, and works really well. Simple, basic design, but works really well. Now, in terms of the app, like I did say, it's imperative to check for the software update, because I didn't know why I had a lot of distortion when I was recording it. Turns out I had to do a firmware upgrade for both the receiver and both headphones, and you can hear what I'm, not headphones, microphones, you can hear right now. See, as you've seen in the settings, you can adjust the AI noise suppression to your liking. At the minute we are on strong noise suppression, but obviously I can test. So after the recent software update for both the receiver and the microphone, I'm going to test it now with the noise suppression on, just to see if the distortion is still there. So let's have a look. I have noticed as well that when you turn around, while you're facing the receiver backwards, there was a bit of a distortion. But then when I turn around and I've got the receiver inside, I've noticed that this doesn't happen anymore. So I guess that could potentially be the case as well, that you have to be sort of facing, not covering the microphone with your body. But let's test that and see if it actually happens. I'm definitely more than 10 meters away, so it's definitely not within a Bluetooth connection. So yes, looks like it's been sorted, which is good news. And I have to admit that the quality is actually really good, considering the distance from the receiver to the microphone, but also obviously the quality of the mic itself. Let's now press the AI suppression off. Well, let's turn it off, and let's see what happens and how the quality changes. Yeah, I think it sounds really good. Might be really good for, you know, if you're planning on doing any car reviews and stuff like that, and you're looking for a decent microphone. So yeah, thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye.